When Earth's delegation first arrived in the Galactic Senate, their ships were small, their weapons primitive, their uniforms stitched rather than woven from living nanofibers to the empires that had ruled the stars for thousands of years. Humanity was little more than a curiosity, a newly spacefaring race struggling to keep up with civilizations that spanned entire spiral arms. The Karth Dominion laughed the loudest. Their fleets were unmatched, their war doctrines legendary. To them, humanity's warships looked like toys, blocky frigates with steel hulls, missile pods bolted to their sides, engines that howled like sick beasts compared to the Dominion's elegant star sails. When the humans volunteered to join the coalition against the Dominion, most senators dismissed it as symbolic, a gesture of solidarity at best. They have, what, 200 ships? Sneered one Valen counselor. Their weapons are chemical rockets and crude plasma. It will be a miracle if they don't shoot themselves. The Dominion, preparing for war, took the insult further. In propaganda broadcasts streamed across every network, their admirals showed recordings of human ships, labeling them antique scrap and floating coffins. They promised that if humans dared step into battle, their fleet would erase them before the first hour passed. The humans said nothing. Then came the Battle of Eloron Prime. The Dominion had deployed its pride, 5,000 warships, including 10 planet-killer dreadnoughts. Their goal was simple: burn Eloron Prime to ash as an example to the coalition. Millions of lives would be lost and no one would dare resist again. The coalition assembled a desperate defense. 4,000 ships from dozens of species formed walls around the planet, and behind them, at the very edge of the formation, drifted 200 human vessels. Smaller, slower, laughable. Dominion commanders jeered when they saw them. One admiral even transmitted across open channels, "Is this a joke? Do you expect us to surrender to rusting cans?" His fleet roared with laughter. Then the humans fired. The first salvo left their ships in silence. No visible missiles, no glowing beams, just a ripple through space, a distortion like heat haze across stars. For a heartbeat, nothing happened. The Dominion's laughter grew louder, and then Eloron Prime's moon ceased to exist. Not cracked, not shattered, erased. One moment it was there, silver light bathing the battlefield, and the next it was gone, converted into a cloud of particles so fine they slipped through matter like smoke. Dominion ships caught in the wave disintegrated instantly, their crews screaming into static. The laughter stopped. Across the galaxy, live feeds went dead silent as billions of viewers stared at the aftermath. The Dominion fleet faltered, trying to regroup, but the humans fired again. Another ripple spread, and this time an entire battleship formation vanished. 10 dreadnoughts reduced to drifting clouds of molten dust. Panic spread like wildfire. Dominion officers screamed for explanations, but there were none. Their shields did nothing. Their armor meant nothing. The human weapons bypassed everything they understood, striking not at ships but at the very equations of reality. Coalition commanders stood frozen, horrified as much as relieved. They had expected the humans to die first. Instead, they were watching them wield power that should not exist. In less than 3 hours, the battle was over. The Dominion fleet, once the terror of the galaxy, was annihilated. Survivors fled, in chaos, abandoning their dead, their empire's pride broken. Eloron Prime was saved, but the galaxy was not celebrating because everyone understood what they had just witnessed. Human ships, once marked as crude and laughable, had fired that erased moons and fleets as though they were sketches on paper. No known science explained it. No empire could replicate it. When the Senate convened the next day, no one laughed. Instead, silence gripped the chamber as the human ambassador walked to the center podium. He carried no weapons, no guards, only a simple datapad. His voice was calm, but it carried through every microphone, every broadcast, into every home across the stars. "You mocked us. You dismissed us. You thought we were fragile children playing with rusted toys. But understand this, we did not come to war unprepared. Humanity has fought extinction on its own soil 100 times. We survived plagues, bombs, famines, storms, and monsters of our own making. Do you think we would walk into the stars without carrying the means to ensure survival?" He paused, letting the silence settle like a blade at every throat. "We wanted peace. We asked for a place among you. But if war is what you demand, then let the galaxy remember Eloron Prime, the day when human ships fired once, and a planet died." Was no laughter now, only fear. From that day forward, every empire rewrote its war doctrines, not to match humans but to survive them. The Dominion never recovered, and the rest of the galaxy whispered the same words, over and over, in every language. They laughed at human ships until the first salvo erased a planet.